Hey, I'm glad you're here. Before we get started, a couple housekeeping and supply options. If you have a mat, go ahead and lie it out, like you can see over here, horizontal. And that way, when I cue, it will be incredibly similar to what I am instructing. Second, if you have a tennis ball, preferably two, feel free to pause this and go get those. If you don't have that, message me and I can send some other options. Also, if you have a strap or belts or two belts that you can loop together, that would be of benefit. If you do not have that readily accessible, message me and I will also send a modification video utilizing some other household items. You will still receive the same benefits, such as a broomstick or a mop stick or a fishing pole without the hook, something like that. Towel and a blanket, something that you can roll up. This particular session is going to be more of a yin-yang approach, something that's going to cultivate a sustainable form of movement to better enhance your jujitsu practice and your overall movement patterns. Essentially, we find ourselves in these really constricting postures throughout the day. So this is going to help create more of a counter pose, create a counter form of movement that will better enrich your autonomic nervous system by down regulating and promoting the parasympathetic nervous system. This is where we operate from when we're feeling calm, when we're feeling that sense of ease, when we have things that we need to do, but we're not hyper analyzing or hyper fixated on one particular outcome, but becoming more open and receptive to things that are to serve our growth, to discern that sense of discernment, right? Moving away from reactivity into reflective response mode. All right, that's enough talking for now. One last thing though, if you don't have yoga blocks, grab a thick book or something that is sturdy, as I want to create this video to be of a foundational purpose, a foundation to your practice, and utilizing a lot of what I know with alignment. All right, let's get started. Go ahead and take a nice, easy seat in the middle of your mat. So using either a pillow or a yoga block or a book, you're going to just take a seat on top. We have that iliac crest, and so you want to move the ischium bone out of the way, but you're separating your butt cheek. And this is going to help with not loading so much weight in the lumbar spine. And essentially you'll feel more of a length. If there's any sort of impingement, then you feel free to extend out the legs. And that is okay. So we'll start this class, like I start a lot of my classes, with an adaptogenic breath. So essentially what that means is we're going to inhale for the count of 4, as well as exhale to the count of 4. So inhaling through the belly, then up to the ribs, and then the clavicle bone. Times when we're feeling stressed, we'll tend to bring our shoulders up and breathe through the clavicle bone. So you'll notice when people are stressed out, they're like this. So just utilize this as an awareness of dropping the shoulders, maybe even bring the shoulders up and bring them all the way back, squeezing the shoulder blade, then placing the palms facing up. Just a reminder that we're not placing a whole lot of load on our knees. That is critical, right? And we protect our joints as much as possible. So let's inhale, I'll count, and you breathe. Inhale with me for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. This breath is what I will refer back to when you take other classes. Instructors may use the term Ujjayi breath or ocean breath, balancing breath. For the purpose of this, we're calling it adaptogenic breath. So using this on and off the mat, coming back to your homeostasis. We will notice over time we feel more comfortable on the inhale, and then on the exhale, you can construct the back of the throat. What I mean by that is imagine if you were to fog up a mirror. As you're fogging up the mirror, making that hot sound, closing the mouth. So that light whispering back to the throat. From here, let's inhale, arms going out and up, palms touch, look up, unshrug the shoulders. And on your exhale, gently rotate over to the right side, using the right hand as a kickstand to press into the floor, into the mat. And then just a gentle touch, the right knee with the left hand. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, just a little deeper. In this practice today, we're not going past a 5 out of 10 intensity, cultivating a sustainable form of movement. Coming back to the breath on the inhale, and exhale, deepen a little bit more. Inhale back to center, extend the arms up, palms can face towards each other, and exhale, opposite side. Once again, utilizing left as a kickstand, so inhale to lengthen, exhale twist. Sustainable form of movement for your awareness. Your tendency maybe at one point would be to hunch over. So instead of hunching over, we're utilizing that opposite hand to cross into the mouth, create more length in the spine. On the next inhale, come back to center, extend the arms up. And just notice as we push air, right? Push air, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, create a 90-degree elbow bend. Stay for a breath. And exhale, go ahead and release, shake it out. Remove whatever you choose underneath the shin bone. And let's go ahead and come to a tabletop position. Keeping shoulders in line with the wrist. You're going to spread the fingers wide and create an arch. As if you're clawing the mat. And then it creates a natural dome-like shape. And why we're doing this is to support the wrists. You'll also know there's a tendency as well, so I just leave this so you can better see. There's a tendency to pop up what I'll refer to as a naughty knuckle. Being naughty, you want to press into, actively become aware that this needs to be down to protect your wrist. All right, here we go. Inhale, you're going to protract, scoop the tailbone in. Swivel so the elbow crease comes forward on both. And then as you exhale, bring it back. Just being aware. So inhale, protract, scoop the tailbone in, squeeze. Release the head. And exhale, come back to neutral spine. And going into the opposite direction, piping it up, looking forward. 3 rounds like that. So inhale, protract, scoop the tailbone in, activate your hands here. And release, going through to the neutral spine and piping this up. And again, inhale, scoop the tailbone, protract. And exhale, release back to that flat bone. Knees slightly forward, just a little cat cow. Once more, protract, scoop the tailbone in, release. And back to that neutral side. From here to get lymphatic drainage going, which happens when we're sleeping, that's synovial fluid buildup. Go ahead and extend the right leg and just move it back and forth. Inhale, coming forward, exhale, going back. Engage the core, that transverse abdominis, right? That one of the deep six muscles here. And other side. Using that breath to movement, leaving inhale, come forward, and exhale back. Just being aware of how it feels internally in the body. And back to center here. We're going to create slight space in between the knees. So coming into an active child's pose. Active meaning we're up onto our fingertips, creating almost like a cupcake shape. And then releasing that head and forehead to the mouth. Using this as your reset anytime. In case you lost it, coming back to the breath. So stay right there. And so coming back to the breath as you're in that child's pose position here. So breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, just like that. Move back to your breath. And release. And slowly walking the knees all the way back. Just gonna do a little natural wag the dog. Just wagging your tailbone back and forth. So it's organic spinal movement. All right, from here. So remembering root to rise, so shoulder in line with the wrist. Spread the fingers wide, coming into your plank pose. Inhale, and lean forward. Exhale, leaning back. Inhale, leaning forward. Exhale, leaning back. And again, inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, lean forward. Half push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Knees are off the mat. Unshrug the shoulders. And exhale, come back. Tabletop. And then active child's pose. Just a tiny flow. Inhale. Coming up. Standing back to that push up, starting in plank, lean forward, out push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Look down. And exhale, just come back in child's pose once more. Get ready for change. So on the next inhale, go ahead and come up, tabletop. Tuck the toes, press up to high plank, lean forward this time from all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes and do breath, several deeper variation or more length in the front here. So from here, you can see that I have my hands under the shoulders or extend out in front of us. Kiss the mat, inhale, lift the arms, lift the head, lift the legs. Breathing in. Your Superman, feel this in the body. And exhale, release. Go ahead and please, right here to the middle. Then shake out the hips down. Second variation, move back to center of the head, send up, keep together. With the mat, inhale, lift everything up. Squeeze, lifting everything. And exhale, release. Next variation, interlace the fingers behind you. Keep the palms together, even though we have a tendency to extend the arms out. It's really important to keep the palms together, so that might require a nice 90-degree elbow bend, or elbow bend in general, without paying too much mind to that degree of it. Kiss the mat. Inhale, lift your head, lift your arms, lift your hips. Squeeze, keep breathing. And you are coming. Beautiful, increased spine flexibility. That's going to help you just movement in general. Everyday movement. Breathing here. And exhale, release. All right, here we go. And knees, the shins, the ankles, the toes, whatever is available. Your goal is to keep the knees together as well as the feet. Slight separation may encourage. Kiss the mat, inhale, lift the chest. Press the feet into your hands. Feel the expansion. Keep breathing. You may even close the eyes. Feel the activation of muscles. Let go of how it looks. And release. And shake it out. So go ahead and place the left ear to the hand. Then the knees and windshield wipers, which are letting your legs fall open to side to side here. Side, side. Back to center. And tuck the toes. Press the hands into the mat. And hold everything up. Toes. Lean forward. Push up. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Knees up the mat. And exhale. Roll back. To child's pose. Inhale. Back to tabletop. Tuck the toes. Up to plank. This time, lean forward. Lower all the way down. All the way down. Untuck the toe. Bring your hands forward. And place the forearm down. Space pose. Keep your breath in and your breath out. So allow your body to now not only come into these different shapes, something that's slightly challenging. And then breathe full, calm, and collected. Training your whole nervous system. This is where we see the benefits of yoga. All of it. Stay right there for another moment. Right here for another moment. Just noticing how your body feels after 20 minutes. Just noticing that sense of awareness. Like a muscle, awareness must be practiced, must be conditioned. Think about a soothe pose. We're gonna lie all the way back. Nobody wants to join us. Bend your arms out once again. This time, you're going to create a 90-degree elbow bend in the right hand. Stay where you're at. It's going to look like this. Flat. This is a bit more of an intense posture, so be aware that as we press into the opposite hand, we roll over. You can gauge how much you want to place the load, the weight of your body. When we're in these more stagnant poses, I'll go over more in the next video. You'll extend out your exhale. So I'll count when you breathe, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go back to center. You might notice some sensation in the arm. It's okay. Go into the other side here. So 90-degree elbow bend. Press into roll. And back to the breath. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the hands on the shoulders and help back to child's pose. And release. And now going back to your tabletop. This time you're going to grab that tennis ball. The primer stretch. In future videos, we spend a little more time. But for this one, we need to release our fascia just a bit. So oftentimes when we're stressed, it shows up in our physical body. And if we were to think about it, like fascia has these almost like a fishnet structure to it. It's supposed to be malleable, right? It's supposed to move, it's supposed to allow that freedom, that elasticity, soft tissue that encases our muscle. But what we'll notice is when stress occurs, tightens. So using something like a tennis ball placed under your glutes, you're just going to massage it out. I like to start with a little circular motion here. And if you find that really delicious thought, you can hold into it and just utilizing that breath practice of breathing in the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly, gently release. Go to the opposite side. And you might need a little more time to find what works best for you. But you can use this in all different parts of the body. You find that sweet spot. Sometimes we'll stay up to a minute. Studies show that it takes 2 minutes with these different yoga poses. And I think it applies to this as well. I feel it applies to this as well. It takes 2 minutes for the autonomic nervous system to move out of that fight or flight. Like, ooh, what's this? Am I running from a tiger? No. It takes 2 minutes to reassure that you're safe in your body, that you're not fleeing from a tiger. You're just practicing it better. Allow this to be a part of this process. This process of honing in on the self-compassion. And release. Sitting on a block or a pillow. And this particular session with 3 rounds of box breath. It's a really nice one that you can do right before you go to sleep or anytime that you choose. Okay. Rubbing the hands together. I will count to 4. And place the right hand on our left hand down just for a moment. Coming back to this, the why factor, the intention of all of this. So I'll count to 4. You'll hold for 4. Exhale for 4 and hold for 4. 3 rounds just like that. Inhale with me for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more rounds just like that. You're doing a wonderful job. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. So inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to bring your hands together. Just a gentle forward fold, honoring yourself for making this choice. It was an honor to practice with you.